Have you ever wondered how to manage your time more effectively? Well, in this video right here, first I'm going to show you guys a technique that Steve Jobs used to manage his time more efficiently, and then one that Warren Buffett also used, and then finally I'm going to show you guys my method, which I kind of created from Steve's and Warren's combined. But before we begin the video, go ahead and subscribe, and then right after that, click the notification bell, because on the Austyn channel here, we do have daily uploads, and I do not want you guys to miss a video. But let's get right into it. So starting with Steve Jobs, he really believed in prioritization. He wanted to make sure that whatever was most important, he would set it at the top of his list. So he wanted to get the more important things done first. Another thing Steve Jobs asked himself was, basically, if this was the last day he had to live, would he be happy with what he accomplished? I think that's a really interesting thing that we should ask ourselves, because you never know. Every single day of our life could be our last day alive, and we have to make sure we are living to the most of it. And also, Steve Jobs loved the number 3. And this next technique, I don't know if he necessarily used it or if he said it, but for some reason, whenever I think of Steve Jobs, I think of this technique. So I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere, but looking online, I can't find anything about it. But regardless, here's the tip. So somebody said, I don't know if it was Steve Jobs or not, that you should write down 3 things that you want to get done for the day, and only write those 3 things. Because if you write more, you'll be overwhelmed, and then if you write any less, then you'll be an underachiever. But Steve Jobs loved the number 3. You know, he's came out with the 16 gigabytes, the 32 gigabytes, and the 64 gigabytes whenever releasing new iPhones. So yeah, I can only assume that it was him that said that. I'm not sure where I heard that though. But regardless, that has been a pivotal point in myself becoming more productive. Stick to the end of the video and I'll teach you guys how I changed Steve Jobs' teachings. So instead of just doing the 3 things a day and then also prioritizing the most important stuff, I'll show you how I kind of change it in my own routine of becoming efficient. But that's all I got on Steve Jobs today, other than he was a great boss and loved his employees. Now, time to move on to Warren Buffett's strategy. And his strategy really opened my eyes into becoming the most productive person I can be. Like, when I first did his strategy, I was mind blown. So Warren Buffett's time efficient strategy is called the 5-25 strategy. And basically how it all started was one day Warren Buffett was getting onto his private jet and he told his pilot, "The fact that you're still working for me tells me that I'm not doing my job. You should seriously be going after your goals." So Buffett wanted to help his pilot, who had been working for him for many years, so he presented to him the 5-25 strategy. And you guys can follow along while I explain this. There's no harm in that. I actually did this when I first heard about it, and I could say it changed my life. So, the first thing you want to do is write down 25 of your biggest goals. They can be career goals, life goals, relationship goals, whatever you want. If you have a goal, write it down. 25. Alright, now that you have your 25 goals, Warren wants you to circle 5 of your most important goals. Yeah, that's right. 5 of your most important goals. You may think they're all important, but you just have to do it. Circle the top 5. Now, after you have them circled, are you absolutely certain that these are the 5 most important goals that you want to achieve in your life? Okay, good. Now, cross off the other 20. You're not going to focus on them until these 5 goals are done. Now, Warren's 5-25 strategy kind of goes along with Steve Jobs' strategy of picking basically the most important 3 things and then going along with them. This way we kind of eliminate all the clutter and just the extra stuff in the world that we're thinking about, so we can really focus in on the most important things that we need to get done. So how can I implement these strategies from Steve Jobs and Warren Buffett into my actual life? I'm going to show you guys right now on my iPhone. So basically, I text myself this little mini schedule. So I have the day, Friday, the next day, and then the day after that, Sunday. And then basically I have a little section here called to do. That's going to be my long-term goals that I just want to put there and then just forget about completely, but just to have them on there to remember. And then I'll have school goals, so like what homework I need to get done, stuff like that. But so for Friday, I need to write my essay. First off, we're going to send this, and then it sends it back to us because we always check our text. So that's how we know the stuff we need to do. So Friday, we need to write our essay. Let's say we just finished our essay. We copy this, we paste it, and then we go here and we erase write essay. And then we go ahead and send it back to ourselves. So then we can see when we have 2 more things to get done in the day. So we have to call the bank. So let's say we call the bank, and then we will go ahead and erase it, and then yeah, we film and edit our YouTube video, and then we erase that too. And then Friday's done, and we can erase it completely. So in my strategy here, I kind of utilized Steve Jobs' 3 things method, where I only had 3 things I need to get done in the day, and then basically I text myself them, kind of ironic that's on an iPhone, but Also, with Warren Buffett's 5-25 rule, I put the most important things on the top. Like, I don't pay attention to the other daily things I need to do. Like, I go to the gym every day, but I didn't write that down because it's already a habit. The one thing I didn't do that's a part of the 5-25 rule is I have my long-term goals on here. It's under my to-do just because I'm a pretty forgetful person, and if I don't write down those long-term goals, I might forget about them. But also, if you saw what I had written down, you could see that one of my daily goals was to film and edit a YouTube video, and that's because I'm kind of just getting into the gist of daily uploads, so I want to make sure that I film and edit videos every single day. But once that kind of becomes second nature to me, then I can erase that from my to-do list and add something of more importance. Like maybe I have something else that I want to start doing daily, and that's when I will replace the YouTube videos with that, because the YouTube videos I will just do naturally. But one thing I do have to say, if you're a really forgetful person, I know I've done this a few times, sometimes I like to write my full day schedule. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So right here is a screenshot of what I used to do before basically I started doing the 3 most important things a day. So you can see here Saturday, which is tomorrow, 7:30, I'll wake up and eat breakfast, and then in that time period, the next thing I have to do at 8:15 is read a book. And then I'll have 45 minutes to do that. At 9 o'clock, I'll film and edit a YouTube video. At 10:30, I'll write my essay. At 11:30, I'll go to the gym. At 12:30, I'll have free time. And then at 2:30, I'll design graphics for a brand. And then 4 o'clock, I'll go to work, and then etc. You get the gist. The good thing I like about this method is it does have specific time points. So if I am late, like say I wake up late, I might have to eliminate something, like maybe I'll just shorten my free time to make room for the time that I missed while waking up. Plus, by timing everything, you can make sure that you really stick to schedule and you get done everything you need to get done with the amount of time you allotted yourself. But that just about wraps everything up. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Hopefully you can make your days more efficient. Remember, if you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and subscribe right down here. And then to the left of me, I got some of my recent videos. I think you guys would like them. Go ahead and check them out. This has been Austyn Hustles, and I'm out.